25 and the S&P 500 down by 13.5 points.
CEOs of the big three automakers are on Capitol Hill today. The move, part of a forum on manufacturing here in the U.S. The discussion happening as the auto industry faces billions of dollars in costs to cut emissions and raise fuel economy. Stuff doesn't just happen. It costs a lot of money. So should the government force automakers to raise fuel economy standards? Joining us now, we have two guests here. We have Sam Kazman. And Sam, of course, is a general counsel with the Competitive Enterprise Institute, along with David Friedman, research director for the Clean Vehicles Program and the Union of Concerned Scientists. David, it costs a lot of money to keep these CAFE standards, these fuel economy standards in force. Now there's the discussion about whether to raise them. Should the government be getting involved here?
The real question is, should the government be saving consumers money at the pump? Should the government be cutting our oil addiction? Should the government be cutting global warming pollution? And the answer absolutely has to be yes. Of course it costs money to invest in new technology. Companies like Dell, Microsoft, GE, they do it every day. But what happens if you invest in fuel economy? Consumers save tens of billions of dollars. Which would we rather have? $20 to $30 billion going to an oil industry making record profits, or staying in consumers' pocketbooks so that they can go out to dinner more often, buy a better birthday present? We can save money and make more patriotic cars that will cut our oil dependence.
Sam, I guess one could argue that the price of the car might go up if the cost of making it more fuel economically sound would certainly be something that is hung over the heads of the automakers. But David puts it that way, and I think, well, heck, the more that we have fuel economy standards raised, the better mileage I get, and I don't have to spend as much as the pump. It kind of sounds like something we should be thinking about.
Well, when he puts it that way, he's speaking as a politician. If these fuel economy technologies are so great, consumers are going to buy them on their own. The fact that we're talking about incredibly stringent laws to impose them on consumers, I think, is the best indicator that these are not technologies that pay for themselves. It's that these are boondoggles and worse. The fuel economy program is probably the single worst regulatory program on our books. It not only produces high-priced devices that generally fail to perform, it also kills people, and that program is now on the verge. Yes, it kills people. It kills people. National Academy of Sciences, in its 2002 report, and David knows this very well, found that CAFE in a single year, because of its downsizing effect on cars, reduced their crashworthiness and contributed to about 2,000 excess fatalities, and that is 1 year.
Moving on back to the CAFE issue, David. I mean, at some point, people despise having the government involved in all of these company decisions.
Well, first let's be clear. I'm an engineer, and the engineering technologies that are out there to increase fuel economy will save consumers a lot of money. I'm not surprised to hear Sam saying what he just did. His organization's funded by the oil companies and the auto companies. Let's look at the facts of what the National Academy of Sciences report said. One, it said that we could have a 37 mile per gallon minivan, a 34 mile per gallon SUV, a 41 mile per gallon family car with the same performance, the same or even better safety than we've got today. Let's look at the facts here. Let's trust in technology, not in talking points from people who are funded by the auto and oil industry.
The National Academy of Sciences has never built or sold a single vehicle. So when they talk about how cars ought to be designed, I would take their advice with quite a bit of salt.
Guys, what we'll do is we'll wait to hear what comes out of Washington. That'll be exciting, I'm sure, and we'll bring you both back. Thank you so much, Sam and David.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.